Welcome back, everyone. This is Nihat from Easy Web Touch. Welcome to part two of the movie series and part two of the introduction video. In this part, we'll discuss more uh, the structure of the code and what classes and method we're going to be needing. And on the next video, which will be the last of the introductory video, we will be discussing the database structure, the relationships we need between the tables, and how many tables we need. So, yeah, let's just continue with this video. So, if I open my terminal now and go to my web root folder, now let me open Vim. Let me open my routes folder. Okay, this is where we add our routes, and I believe I mentioned the folder where we put all our controllers is here, app / controllers, and then we put our files inside. So let's just go ahead and create a few more controllers. Let me do new app controllers. Let's call this store manager. New app controllers, and let's call this file what did I user manager. Then one more file, app controllers and admin manager. Okay, now let's bring our home controller so we can just copy some files from there. To be honest, we only need to copy this. Right, let's switch out to controller. Now let's do class store manager. Next one will be class user. Come on. Let's give this. Yep. And then next one. Class admin manager. One last thing I would like to talk about. I know earlier we said these files, we refer to them as controller, and actions. We can still refer to them as controller and actions, but if you look at roots folder, you would see here we use them more of just a standard class and object. And I've only referred to them as controller and action because that's the standard way when dealing with MVC frameworks. You have, in the URL, you have the controller first, which is, the class, and then you have / and the action name. But the way this framework works is you can just create the class as an object, and then depending on your route structure, assign or map a certain class, a certain method to a route, in the URL. So yeah, as it stands, for now we're not going to be needing this line. Let's go to our store manager, then user manager, blah blah blah. Of course, here we don't need this file anymore. Yes, we do not need that anymore. Yeah, let's quit now. Now let's go to our models folder, and let's create few models that we will need for the application. So let's start with, we have user, we have admin.php, just exit, and then we have user admin item queue, and then we have order.php, and then we have order list.php, then we have blocked.php, this is for blacklisted users. Then we have secret tokens, secret token.php. One more, I think we need item admin order list, blocked secret token, and we already have user. So yes, for now that should be all. So again, let's go back. Let's open our user model, and then just copy everything here. Then open order, paste this. Just need to edit the line. Order. Sorry. Then we need order list. Let's copy the line. Then what we need, blocked. Blocked. Then what do we need? Order. Then we say item. So we have blocked item, order list, order user, and then we have secret token. Secret token. And I believe that's about it for the models. Now let's bring up our admin manager controller and our routes folder. As I said in the previous video, guys, I'm just developing this as we go along, which is in general, when work environment is really a bad choice, because you really need to plan your strategy, plan database connections, plan your route, plan your whole basically project structure, what needs to be done in certain cases, plan your events management. So yes, in a serious structure or work environment, you will need to plan before you actually start coding. But here, just for tutorial purposes, we would just develop it as we go along. So yeah, now let's go back to my admin manager file. Let me bring my home controller, see. So yes, when we add a new controller, we always need to copy this line. So and this base classes, then we have admin manager, and for the time being, you would just need to do this in every controller you create, especially when you do extend code base controller. I believe so. Let's go home. Yes, code base controller. Let's exit from home. So because since we extended our controller, let's have a look at the controller file. So yeah, we're only extending because yes, when we stand here in that class in our bootstrap file, which is also, as I said, it's a lot of stuff that you don't need to worry about for now. So yeah, you know what, to be honest, I'm not gonna even mention that. So yeah, let's just go out of our controller. For the time being, all you need to know whenever you create a new controller, you just need to create a constructor that looks exactly like this, where we're calling the parent constructor and assigning them, added a message variable to the controller view data. Next, let's list our methods that we're gonna need for the admin. The first one will be a login page for the admin, the backend administration. So we'll do public, oh my god, function index and then params. Next, we would need login. And this will be sort of what we send a post request to when we log in. So if we just add some documentation to this, add method, just get, and then add param array, then it returns nothing. This one's similar, the only difference is the method is post, the param same, then return void. Believe so, it will not be returning anything. And then for the time being, all we need also is this public function show admin dashboard, come on, page, add our comments, method, this will be a get, add add param, alright, add return, it returns nothing. So yes, this is all we need for now. So let's go add this action or this message to our routes folder when we add the route for the admin. So let's just split it up. We would say here, main or just / general routes. We come down here, we would say store route. Come down here, we say admin. And last thing it will be user. So for the admin, let's add a route, and it will be admin login, for example, / admin login. We will assign it or map it to admin manager at index, and as I said, it will only be a get request. Next one is router add, and that's when we actually process the login. So login, let's name this admin login page and call this admin login. Yes, and then we'll say admin manager at login. This should be a post only. And lastly, for the third, action we added, then it will be admin dashboard. It's admin manager at show admin dashboard page, and it will be a get request, and it will be a protected route with the session username admin session ID. So yes, if we now go back here, or should we test these routes before we actually create any views? Let's say echo admin, would say login page, and here we'll say, oh, we can't really test that one yet, so let's just test the first one and see what happens. So we'll say admin login page. Ooh, admin login page says required route not found. Really? Let's open our route file. Oh, I spelled it. Let's get rid of the I, go back, refresh. So yeah, admin login page. I see that here. Let me go back to admin manager controller. Now, instead of this, let me just get rid of that. Sorry, get rid of that. And then let me this view. Now view vendor admin login page. Then we always pass get controller view data. So as I mentioned earlier, the render method is part of the Symfony, not Symfony, sorry, Smarty search engine class, where the first parameter you pass to will be the template name, and the second is an array of the variables that you want to pass to the view. At the moment, nothing gonna happen because we haven't created, or you will get an error because we haven't created the admin login page yet. So if you go here and do that, you can see we have an error, no details. We probably see more details in the logs file. So if you have it here, logs, you would see right here, unable to load template admin login page dot tpl, since we haven't created that one. So yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's create that template now. So new app views template admin login page dot tpl. Yeah, so I'm just created. Let's go ahead and create our login form. And so to create our login form, or before we create it, before we add our login form to the view, let's just save it. So basically this file exists now, and if you refresh, we should just get a blank page. Yep, as expected. So let's go back here, let's do div class container div class. Since this framework comes with Twitter Bootstrap, what I'm doing at the moment is building HTML form using Twitter Bootstrap classes. So this will be in row, and I've mainly added it with the frameworks just for the responsive design, plus so many people use Twitter Bootstrap. So yeah, so we add the div class. That's going to be div class call md12. Then let's add form class equals form Next is action b /admin login method equals post, close our form and close all our divs. We've closed our divs now. Next post. You might ask, one more thing I noticed is, why am I adding for the submit action or submit URL, why am I adding / admin login? Well, basically the / tells it to submit, to the main host, and then / whatever comes after this. So basically you would need to add that, for your links, internal links that you would create in HTML, or for your form links. But in our routes folder, you don't need to do that. Only just the first time, and it will be for the home page. And let's go back here. Let's create a simple form where we have if class form group, then we'll have label for admin, again username, admin user name. Let's just go to the next page, and it'll be input type equals text place holder admin username, ID equals admin login username, and class equals form control. Form control, and that's about it. Now we actually need to add required equals required. Yep, this is done. Then close our label, then close our div. Then basically we just do the same with this, repeat it twice. 1, 3. First time it will be for admin login password, be admin password, be your admin password, and the type will be password, and your ID will be admin login password. This one we're not gonna need a label or an input field. Let's get rid of it. Get rid of this one, I believe. So yeah, 1, 2, and then let's get rid of this one. Let's just do div class equals form group. Let's close a div, and let's add a button here. Sorry about that. Class equals button primary login. Then we just need to specify the button type, which will be submit. Sorry, get rid of that space. Now, so yeah, let's refresh and see how our page looks. Yeah, it doesn't look really tidy. We need a little bit of work. Let's see where we messed up. So label. Oh yeah, you forgot to add here div class form group. I think this should do it. Yes, so it kind of works now. Let's open our header file. Let's go back to our admin. No, I mean admin manager. You can see here. Oh, where is it? We don't have any. Sorry about that, guys. We don't have any, pay title or any details of that sort. The way we can add this, if you want to, let me double check. Let me open the view file, and it'll be just a view set site headers. And if I open home, so yes, let's just copy this. And let me open admin manager. Let me go back. I forgot to add this one. Let me make sure. So yes, what we can say here is e-commerce admin. The description, we'll leave that for now. So let's, in our index file, let's do this, the view set site headers, this dot page headers, and let's see if this works. It does not work. I'm not really sure why. Let's go back. So view set site headers. So let's open view. Why is it not working? Render. Oh, 1 minute. Let me put some laptop on charge. Really sorry, guys. If you open our controller, I think we have a method here for setting the headers now. Controller method load module. No, we do not. Let's go back to view again. Set site headers. So yes, so assign site headers. So yeah, it should work. I'm not really sure what's the problem there. Set site headers. Let me see. Admin login page. This dot page headers. This is view the set site headers. Okay, I'm gonna pause the video now, guys, and get back to you.